Hey there guys, and welcome to another episode of The Rational Biohacker. Today I'm going to be talking to you about minced meat and the difference between grass-fed organic minced meat and regular organic minced meat, and why you should care about what's in your minced meat and what your cow's been eating and how that can impact on both the flavour and the omega-6 free ratio of the meat and why that's important. So to start off with, I'm going to talk about why we should care about minced meat quality. The studies that have found that what the cow eats can impact the omega-3 6 concentration of the meat, and studies have found that diets which are high in inflammation promoting omega-6 fatty acids had 40 times as much DNA damage as those with balanced ratios. So surprisingly enough, some wild plant foods contain as much as 24% fat. Greens such as kale, spinach and wild grasses contain alpha-linoleic acid, the building block of the omega-3 fatty acids, which is why grass-fed animals contain 6 times more anti-inflammatory omega-3 fats than their grain-fed counterparts. Animals labelled as organic often are also fed grains like corn and soy, and even though these mixes are technically organic, we still need to remember that grain is not the natural diet of these creatures. Alright, cows are meant to have grass, they're meant to eat grass. So feeding them grain is going to impact on it. And a 2001 peer review article in the journal Science concluded that grain-based diets are very stressful for cattle. Not only but they also cause ulcers and overgrowth of E. coli in the rumen. Cattle that are fed grain get very sick and therefore require more antibiotics to stay alive. Even for 30 days of corn feeding will change the fatty acid profile to be higher in omega-6 fats than omega-3s. So you need to take this into consideration when you buy your meats. First off, we'll be talking about Daylesford Organic, which came in at £13.58 a kilo, and in terms of price, that's one of the most expensive minced meats out of all the ones I'll be reviewing. And it was a bit disappointing that the price is so high, but they're 100% grass fed. But I felt that the meat quality, taste-wise, was not as good as some of the others. And what I did like about this was that that the cows are getting 100% grass, and they tend to be very, very strict in the philosophy compared to other brands. Next we have Waitrose Organic Dushi, which comes in at about £10.75 a kilo, and meat quality wise it's very unclear what the diet of these cows are. The website says that they're fed. I phoned in, as I do with all the meats that we're reviewing today. I phoned in and found that after 180 days minimum spent on grass pastures for the cows. So every single cow will spend at least half its life, half the year, eating grass. Then after that, depending on the weather, they'll sometimes eat organic grains, which will still impact the omega-6 ratios. So Waitrose lost a point for me on that one. Taste-wise, it was great. Really, really good quality, and yeah, it was just a shame that it was not 100% grass-fed, grass-finished. Next up we have Waitrose Sainsbury So Organic, which price-wise is the best value in terms of organic mince, £7.50 a kilo, and I felt that taste-wise it was awesome, but meat quality, it was nice that the cows were fed non-GMO cereals, but when I phoned in, they told me that they fed a mixed diet. They fed pastures in the summertime, but in the wintertime they fed cereals. So yeah, Sainsbury's weren't giving their cows 100% grass-fed meat, which is a bit of a shame. Next up we have Tesco's Organic Minced Meat at £9 a kilo. I went on and called them up and found out that all the cows in Tesco are fed organic grains, which to me suggests that the meat quality will be quite high in omega-6s. Taste-wise, it wasn't that great either. Compared to the other ones, I thought the Tesco meat tasted the worst. Ruga State was the next one I got from Planet Organic. This is 100% grass fed, although on the website it says before slaughter they're fed cereals, which we know 30 days of feeding cows cereals will increase the omega-6 concentration of the meat. You're looking at 1-to-1. That's what you want, and feeding it for 30 days cereals is going to impact on that omega-6 concentration, which was very, very disappointing because taste-wise, this was actually, I thought, the best. Coming in at £11.50 a kilo, it was pretty pricey, but overall I thought well worth it for the taste. Just disappointing that the last 30 days before slaughter, the cows actually fed grain, which is disappointing to know. And then next we have the Ocado bought pure Irish organic grass-fed beef, which was £12.50 a kilo, but can be purchased in special deals that lowers it down to about £10. So they do like a 800 grams for £8 deal, which is pretty good. And what I love about Irish farm practicing is that the fertilizer is, the cows roam grass all the time, 100% of the year, and 100% grass fed. And I thought the taste of this was fantastic, but I also think the value of this meat that you get in grass-fed guarantee made it probably the best one out of them all. I felt this was second best in taste, only behind the Ruga State, but I thought the fact that you're getting guaranteed grass-fed beef from Ireland, I think that's what you should be aiming for. And finally we have Planet Organic from Whole Foods, the last mincemeat I wrote about, and I liked a lot of things on the website. Very easy to access information about what the cows were eating, as it was for all these meats, with the exception of organic dushi, which is a bit vague on the website, saying high welfare standards, but no real specification of what they were actually eating until you call them up. But Whole Foods was access to at least 70% of pasture, and which still wasn't perfect, still not what you're looking for. You want them to have 100% grass fed, which is a bit disappointing, but as with Whole Foods, no antibiotics, no supplement to growth hormones, and no animal byproducts in the feed, and raised on pasture or range for at least 2/3 of the animal's life. But ideally you're looking for all of the life. So yeah, that's my review on all the major brands and whether or not they're grass fed or not. All in all, it's really, really difficult nowadays to find pure organic meat, considering so many of the major chains feed their animals grain, and you need to look out for that, because that will, even if the grain is organic and non-GMO, it's still going to impact the omega-3 and omega-6 concentration of the meat. So you really need to work to find meat that's 100% grass-fed, and I think price-wise I would go for the pure Irish organic grass-fed beef that you can buy on Ocado. I thought that was the best value. If money's not an option, I would go for the Daylesford organic beef mince, because I think they have one of the strictest farming practices and it tastes great. I ate it this morning. And also the Ruga State, taste-wise, I thought was fantastic. Quality-wise, amazing. Again, they still use grain before slaughter, which is very disappointing. But yeah, those are my three favourites tasting mincemeat. All in all, taste-wise, most of them were very good, with the exception of the Tesco one. But yeah, just try and aim for organic audio mincemeat, and if possible, buy it from Ocado. The pure Irish organic was my favourite. If not, Daylesford or Planet Organic. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I've been the Rational Biohacker. See you next time.